ladies. All right, so I just went live, but the lighting was off. It's still kind of off, but I think it's a little bit better. All right, so this is a week. My heavy's truck was down, and then the ice storm came, and no one worked for like a week. So he was down for over a week and a half. So this is a week of no paycheck. So this is where I kind of got creative, saw what I had, and made a meal plan. So I've got our smoothies ready for tomorrow. They're the kefir smoothies. That's going good. One of my local stores, again, if you have a Brookshire's, definitely use them for their sales. So last week they had frozen fruit, buy one, get one free or for a penny. So I got plenty of frozen fruit. So that's helping me keep our kefir smoothies going. And half the time my husband just doesn't eat much. That's mine. So for his lunch, he has broccoli, ham, ranch, and where's his pickle? Oh, pickles. I have a smaller one. I don't know where it is, so I just shoved his pickles in this reusable container. I think this one's more for sandwiches and the other one's more for snacks, but I also hold the pickles and it works. So my lunch is, I bought a spring mix. Oh, don't fall. I've got the spring mix. If you watch my Sam's haul, I bought the English cucumbers, and believe me or not, they are still good. 3 weeks ago, I think it's 3 weeks ago. They are not mushy. They are not, like, they're still like really good cucumbers. So I put some cucumbers, some tomatoes. These were on sale at my Brookshire's today for like $1.20 or $1.40. And then I put in there the, I think if you saw a few weeks ago, I bought the sprouted sunflower and pumpkin seeds. So I've got those in there for some crunch and some protein. And then I've already got my salad dressing in the container. And to up my protein, I had this in the fridge. I don't know why we stick these in the fridge. It's kind of silly, but I had this sitting in the fridge. So that's going to be my added protein for my salad. And he's going to be real happy when I open this in the truck tomorrow and it's tuna. He's going to be real happy with me. I made, I feel like these are blondies. These are basically chocolate chip cookie bars. Hubby said they were okay, not fantastic, but I absolutely love them. He cheats more than I do. So his taste buds going back and forth between sugar and the sugar-free products and then the almond flour. So for him to say that they were good, you know, not awful, is a win. But for me, again, I am very picky when it comes to on-plan desserts. I have thrown away so many different recipes that I try to create my own because I know how picky I am. And so I have one packed to go with my lunch tomorrow. These were very comparable to what I used to make. And again, like if you know me, I used to make cookies and had a website and everything and would sell them. This is the closest I've come to what I used to make for blondies ever. So I'm really happy with this. And it is so simple to make. It will be on the blog this week. So if you've been looking for a cookie bar or a blondie recipe, I've got you. And of course, it is the brown swerve, which is my favorite on-plan sweetener. When I make things that have brown swerve in it, it's almost always a hit. Okay, so my snack is going to be so weird, but as is, it is a fuel pull. So again, there's the English cucumbers are in here, and then I bought 2 of the tomatoes, and I'll tell you why in a minute. So I've got some tomatoes as well, and then I prepped some of my non-fat Greek yogurt with the not perfect dry ranch seasoning from Costco, and I added a little bit of, I think, water, not almond milk, to thin it out because it was pretty thick. So I'll have that. And then I prepped some of Pearl's, her version of the light Laughing Cow cheese. I put a little too much citric acid in it, so I'm hoping I can still eat it. It's a little tangy in the mouth. And then I've got the Berry Wow spread, which is amazing. So I've got rice cakes, and so on one rice cake I'm going to put Pearl's, I don't know what it was called, but it's her version of light Laughing Cow cheese on one. And in my husband's box, he has some ham. So I'm going to take one of his ham pieces and put on top of this. And on the other one, oh, I forgot to, I was going to put a light laughing cow cheese. I forgot to get that. I need to make sure I remember that. And then I was going to put a light laughing cow cheese on the rice cake and then top it with a wow spread. So I've got one rice cake I'm going to make savory and one rice cake I'm going to make sweet. I am not a cream cheese person. I put it in things, but I'm not one that's just going to put cream cheese on a bagel. I've never been that person. But the light laughing cow cheese, it just works. I don't know how it works. I would not do that with cream cheese just because of who I am, but it definitely is a great little sweet way to add some creaminess. Instead of adding peanut butter, I've got that. And I'm sure you could take that light laughing cow cheese and mix it with some of the PB powder. I'm out, so it's just going to be plain. And then we've got these to go. So if I have these with that, then that's going to make that an E. He will eat these and he will eat his pickles, but sometimes he doesn't eat much of else. Okay. So my local Brookshires this week had these on sale and these on sale. These are the really big avocados for $1. So one of my dinners, I want to start with that one because it's the easiest crock pot recipe ever. I need like an extra table right here. Okay. So like I said earlier, it's no paycheck week. Hubby's truck was down. So I went through my freezer, found some things, found different, vegetables like the tuna that was in my fridge. So, please do not fall. Okay. I am making the easiest chicken tacos this week, and it's a kind of a new recipe. I've seen it on TikTok a few places. Excuse my cilantro, that's not in a package. That's gross. I need to put that in a baggie or something. So basically it's just chicken. I'm going to put in my crock pot. The ranch, that again is not perfect. I typically don't eat it twice in a week, but I guess I am this week. And taco. Let me just throw some cilantro. Okay. So what I'm going to do, Piper, Nike, all the time, y'all. So I've got my chicken breast. I've got these seasonings. I'm going to sprinkle this on top of the chicken breast. And because this is also dry, this will be easy for me to save and reuse if I want to. And then I'm going to use half a thing of just generic salsa. Let that cook. I'm going to shred it. And then I'm going to take, well, not this. I'm going to take some cilantro, some jalapenos, and this is not traditional pico. Pico, typically you use Roma tomatoes. Well, these were on sale. And again, I'm trying to be on a really tight budget. So I'm going to use an onion that I have in my pantry, some cilantro, pico and jalapenos, and some lime juice, and make a small thing of pico. And then how I make my guacamole is I then take the pico and I add some mashed up avocado, or cut up, however you want to do it. And then that's how I make a super easy and quick guac. And then we'll have, as is, this whole thing minus the guac is a fuel pool. So then you can go any direction you want, or you can keep it in fuel pool. Don't add the avocado. You can go with some beans. You can go any direction. So this is a very light, any direction you want to go kind of meal. I'm going to keep this out so I don't forget. And yes, I get the question a lot. I do have a second fridge. It's just back there in our second room. It's just a fridge my husband found at an auction. It's not perfect and it's not the prettiest, but for the most part, it keeps things cold and frozen. Okay. So that's a crock pot meal. Are they all crock pot? I don't know. I don't remember. This can be a crock pot if you want, but it's probably going to be skillet. Okay, so if you watch my Sam's haul, I bought coleslaw. I haven't used the coleslaw yet, so I am now. On my blog, I have a recipe, and I don't remember what I called it, like creamy sausage, cabbage, I don't remember. So, to keep it budget-friendly, I pulled out some seasoning blend. So instead of onion and bell pepper, I'm just using seasoning blend. This is a package that is 2 times the size I need of cabbage. So I'm just going to use half the package, and instead of pulling out half and rebagging it, I just kept it in here. The only tip I have to make such a big bag that has air in it fit is I like to cut a tiny hole in the corner so I can smash all the air out. And this is not cheap cheese at all. I just had it in my fridge, so I'm going to use it. It's like $4. I mean, it's ridiculous. So what I would do, if you wanted to make this even more budget friendly, is use cream cheese and just use some garlic and herbs from your pantry, like, you know, like the different seasonings and stuff, in place of this. Because to me, this is ridiculous for how much this costs right now with how much everything is. And the original recipe that I made calls for kielbasa. Well, I looked in my freezer, and this is what I have. It is just smoked sausage, I don't know, pecan smoked, I have no idea, from Texas. So this is what we're gonna have in place of the kielbasa. I think it'll taste fine. Okay, so my tip is, where's the hole? There it is, okay. Because it just would not fit with everything. And there we go, now it fits. And then as some of the stuff thaws, it kind of fits better. But this is definitely a full package. And if my coleslaw lasts until next week, I will use it in a different recipe next week. And again, a super simple, easy, pretty much budget-friendly crock pot recipe is going to be a light, as written, fuel pool version of a Philly cheesesteak. I'm going to use chicken breasts. And if you know me, you know I'm going to make sure my bell pepper is cooked. So in my fridge, I did have 2 bell peppers, although I've got some soft spots, so I'll just, the whole thing is good, but I feel like it's got a couple of spots that I probably will cut off. My frozen chicken breasts. I've got garlic and Worcestershire. Please, I do not know how to say it. I've watched videos and I still mess it up. I think the one that they're saying, wash your sister sauce, is the best because it's kind of at least funny. And then Montreal steak seasoning. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the bell pepper and the onion in strips. I might spray or put a tiny bit of olive oil with them in a crock pot. Put those down. Top with my chicken breasts. And then sprinkle this on the top. And then pour this over. I might add a little broth if I want, like a half a cup max. Let it cook. Come back, pull out the chicken breast, and either shred or slice. And how I think so as this is fuel pool, any direction you want to go. What I most likely am going to do in place of a bun is I'm going to take a Joseph's pita. You have 2 options. Well, you probably have more, but we'll just go with 2 for now. One, you can cut it in half, warm it up, and then fill it with all this good stuff. What I'm thinking, which I haven't done it, so it may change when we have this. I think I'm going to take a Joseph's pita, heat up in the skillet, some butter, some olive oil, something. Fold it in half and make it kind of like a hot dog bun or a hoagie. Fill it with the filling, or the chicken, and then top it with some provolone cheese. So then that does take it into S territory. Now we're low carb S, and then have a side salad. So then I've got, it's still pretty light. It's not very heavy. The most of anything is going to be the provolone cheese. So that's what's really pushing it over. But I feel like it is a very versatile recipe. You can just do a lot with it. And my final recipe is one I've done before. It's already in the crock pot. It's ready to go for tomorrow. I'm getting up at 3. Y'all should feel sorry for me. It's eventually I fall asleep and it's not good sleep. Okay, I use very last of my Costco meatballs. Line the bottom of my crock pot with my Costco meatballs, topped it with the ricotta, the frozen spinach, which again, it's only $1, and I keep so many in my freezer, and garlic and seasonings. Spread that on top, put my marinara. I cannot afford Rayos. I have no idea. I've heard it so many different ways. So I bought the organic marinara from Walmart. That's the best I could do. And then I topped it with some Italian shredded cheese that I had in the fridge. And Wednesday night, the youth, I've already bought it, they're going to have pizza rolls, and then hubby and I will have whatever we have left over from this. Or tacos, I guess, if we don't have enough. So then we've got leftovers for Wednesday, and the youth will have pizza rolls, and they will be so happy. And that is it. I already explained my pico, and I'm going to make a little amount of pico, and then utilize my $1 giant avocados to go with it. If you're watching Super Bowl, I hope your team wins. My team is not in it, and I have no, is it dog in the fight? Is that it? Oh, he's asleep. He's not even watching it, I guess. So thanks for watching. If you have questions or thoughts or anything, feel free to message me, comment. I try to keep it as simple as possible. And honestly, the dinners are the least time consuming of this whole process. Other things are much more time consuming. So if you do have a few minutes and you want to get something done, the dinners honestly are the easiest, and then I don't have to think for the rest of the week. I'm done. My lunches for the rest of the week are either going to be salads. I've got some fish in the freezer. I might do that for my lunches. Tuesday I'm with my grandmommy, cleaning her house, and I eat whatever she serves me. Because I know my lunches with her are limited, and I don't care when it's white bread and Spam, which she has fed me once. The memories are worth more than the lunch. But I will probably make a soup or something because I've got plenty of beans and stuff, and so I might make like my black bean soup or a lentil soup or something, and then freeze the leftovers once I get tired of it. That's it. Thanks for watching. Hope you're having a great Sunday. Bye.